more you can get. So if you're going into wisdom, if you spend time to it, because the more you study, the more wisdom you get, the more wisdom you get, the more wisdom you want to get. Okay. It's on now? All right, for those logged in online, say welcome to Wednesday Wisdom. Today's topic is it wise to celebrate Halloween? Wisdom to take part in the Halloween celebrations, okay, in any way, shape, or form, because they come in many different forms. Some people say it's a fall festival, or they want to pass it off as something else, right?
1 Corinthians 8 and 2.
1 Corinthians 8 and 2, sure. Is that about, what is that about, wisdom?
What you just said, you can never learn too much.
Okay, yeah, let me get that.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 8 verse 2.
Come on.
And if any man think that he knoweth anything,
right?
He knoweth nothing.
He knoweth what?
He knoweth nothing.
Why is that? Read.
Yet as he ought to know.
Come on.
But if any man love the Most High,
right?
Known of him.
Right.
As concerning therefore the eating of those things offered in the sacrifices unto idols.
Right.
We know that an idol is nothing in the world.
Come on.
And that there is nothing other than the Most High but one.
But what?
But one.
Right. Come on.
For though there be that are called gods, whether in heaven or in earth, as there be powers many, but to us there is but one power.
There's only one power, the Almighty Yahweh. Right? Did not call us in Halloween. It doesn't come from the Most High, so it's not anything for us to participate in. Go back to Sirach 1 and 1. Come on.
Who can number the sand of the sea?
Read.
And the drops of the rain?
Read.
And the days of eternity?
Come on.
Who can find out the height of heaven?
Read.
And the breadth of the earth?
Read on.
And the deep and wisdom?
And the deep and wisdom. So wisdom is in a category of the sands of the sea, the depth of the waters, the breadth of the earth. All these things came to know, they cannot ever count this, so you can know all wisdom. Jump down to the 26th verse.
The book of Sirach, chapter 1, verse 26.
Yep.
If thou desire wisdom,
if you desire wisdom, read on.
Keep the commandments.
Do what?
Keep the commandments.
You must keep the commandments of the Most High God. Okay. You cannot get without the commandments. So that's why we got to look to the Bible when we have a question to get the answer. Because the Bible is where the Lord's commandments are found. Okay. Scripture say, behold, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me. So the commandments are found in the Bible, in the scriptures. So we must look into the Bible for the wisdom of the Most High. Because if you look elsewhere, some people say, well, I went to college. Right? I got this degree or that degree. What did the Most High call that type of wisdom? Let's see what the scriptures say. Yeah. Get Corinthians first. Yeah. First Corinthians 3 and 18. Or 3 and 18. 1 Corinthians 3 and 18.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, verse 18.
Uh-huh.
Let no man deceive himself.
Right? Don't trick yourself. Read on.
If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world,
if you think you're wise in this world, it means you didn't get your wisdom from the Most High. It didn't come from the scriptures. You're wise in this world. This world is separate from the Most High, correct? Right? You have the world, then you got the Most High. Right? If you're wise in this world, means you got separate source of wisdom. Read on.
Let him become a fool.
Let it become what?
A fool.
Let him become a fool. Forget that nonsense you learned in this world. Read on.
That he may be wise.
So that you can get wise for real and get some of this wisdom. There's wisdom out of the scriptures, but you can't, they both can't dwell in your mind at the same time. One has to go. Because if you lean on science and all these other philosophies, traditions of man, you're not going to have time for the word of the Most High. It's going to conflict. Read on.
For the wisdom of this world.
For the wisdom of this world, read on.
Is foolishness.
Is what?
Is foolishness.
Is foolishness, read on, with the Most High God. So, foolishness, read on, with the Most High God. So, we covered wisdom. Right? Wisdom we have to get from the Most High. If we desire it, we keep the commandments. That's the real wisdom. The wisdom in this world is foolishness. Okay? Can't help you. It can only hurt you and hinder you. Okay? So, that's why we have Wednesday class, Wednesday wisdom class. So we're going to read wisdom. So, all around the earth today, people are celebrating this evening. They're celebrating this holiday or called, we like to call it holiday, called Halloween. And a lot of the people that take place and take part in it don't even know where it came from. They have no idea. They just know that this day they put on a costume and they run outside for what? Right? They don't even realize that this is a religious holiday. Right? Halloween is a religious holiday. It's based on a belief. Right? It's not like you say you got like Memorial Day that's based on wars fought, you know. You got 4th of July, right? That's based upon, you know, Esau is being triumphant over his enemies, right? But Halloween, right, is based on a religious holiday, right? A demonic religious holiday. I'm gonna read something. Just you can get it online. It's not hid. Right? All Saints Day. That's what Halloween was called in the beginning. It was called All Saints Day. Right? Also known as All Hallows Day or Hallow Mass, the Feast of All Saints. Right? Or Solemnity of All Saints. It is a saints, known and unknown. In Western Christianity, it is celebrated on November 1st by the Roman Catholic Church and the Anglican Communion. So there's history out here on this, right? In the Western Christian practice, celebration begins the Vespers on the evening of 31st October, All Hallows Eve, All Saints Eve, and ends on the 1st of November. It is thus the day before All Souls Day, right? So all these things, a lot of people run out there to put costume on, they swear up and down they're not religious, right? They say, I don't believe in religion, but you celebrate Halloween. Well, its origins are all of the Catholic Church, right? But it even goes further back than that. Prior to the Catholic Church, it was something celebrated by the Celtics, the Druids, right? That was a pagan worship of gods and saints and things of that sort. So for you to take part in Halloween, that means you're taking part in the celebration of these false saints. Because who are the saints according to the scriptures? Right? Are they celebrating the Israelites? Let's see what the saints are according to the Bible. Give me Psalms 148 verse 14. Psalms 148 verse 14.
The book of Psalms, chapter 148, verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people.
Right?
The praise of all his saints.
The praise of all his saints. Read on.
Even of the children of Israel.
Of the who?
Of the children of Israel.
Of the children of Israel. The children of Israel is his saints. So what saints are they celebrating for All Saints Day? Or Hallows Eve? What saints are these? Are they the Israelites that they're celebrating? Nope. Jump down to 149 verse 1 of Psalms.
The book of Psalms, chapter 149, verse 1. Praise ye the Most High.
Come on.
Sing unto the Most High a new song.
Read.
And his praise in the congregation of the saints.
And the what?
In the congregation of saints.
And his praise in the congregation of the saints, the gathering of the saints. Read on.
Let Israel.
Let who?
Let Israel.
Let Israel. Read on.
Rejoice in him.
Rejoice in him. So who's the saints? Israel's the saints. Rejoicing in the Most High, in the congregation. Those are the saints written about in the Holy Scripture. These other saints that these religions came up with are false and fake and phony saints. So, to give homage to these fake and false demons that they call saints, they have this Hallows Eve, or which is the day before All Saints Day, which they celebrate from this evening. Really, if you really in a full pagan worship, you go right out to tomorrow morning. You go from Hallows Eve to All Saints Day. Okay, so it's something that they start the evening of the 31st of October, and they celebrate all the way to the 1st of November. Okay, but we as the children of Israel, our forefathers would put these things away because they are getting into trying to conjure spirits, contact the dead, those that have, it says that they're getting in communion with all the saints, alive and dead, right? That's what they are communing with on this day. That's the tradition. That's what they commemorate. To get in contact with all the saints, right? Or what they call saints, all the souls, I should say. Right? People that have passed away, familiar spirits, as we call it in the scriptures. That's what they're trying to get in contact with. All right. Let's get 2 Kings 21 verse 1. 2 Kings 21 verse 1.
The book of 2 Kings, chapter 21, verse 1. Manasseh was 12 years old when he began to reign. And reigned 55 years in Jerusalem.
Right, reigned 55 years in Jerusalem. Read on.
And his mother's name was Hezekiah.
Right.
And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Most High.
He did what was evil. So this king was off and did what was evil in the eyes of the Most High. Let's see what he did. Read on.
After the abominations of the heathen.
After the abominations of the heathen. The things that the heathen do in the eyes of the Most High are an abomination. Should we do what the heathen do? No. Right? We should not practice abominations. Right? Read on. What's that? We'll get there. Read on.
Whom the Most High cast out before the children of Israel.
Right?
For he built up again the high places.
He did what?
For he built up again the high places.
Right, so he building high places of worship and monuments. That's the high places. He buildeth again the high places. Because they used to build like steeples. You know how the churches have those high steeples? Right? That's against the law, statute, commandments of the Most High God. He doesn't want you to build tall monuments and steeples up in the sky. Okay? Those things men do to glorify man. Okay? They're monuments, and they got the Lincoln Memorial and all that stuff. All that is abominations. Okay. Read.
Which Hezekiah his father had destroyed.
Right. Now Hezekiah before him was a righteous king, and he destroyed these things. Read on.
And he reared up altars for Baal.
He reared up altars for Baal. Baal is a word that means like Satan or evil spirit. Read on.
And made a grove.
Right? Groves were places where they would go and they would make. Have you anybody been to Coconut Grove down in Miami? Right? Anybody know what a grove is? What's a grove? What's a grove? Huh?
Is it like watering trees or something?
Trees. Almost there. Trees. And they would have the trees make like a cover, almost like a tunnel. And they would go underneath the trees to do their little groves. Right? So they built up groves. Right? During the reign of this king.
Is that the same like Bohemian Grove?
Where?
Bohemian Grove?
Bohemian Grove? Yeah, exactly. That's what they do. They build these groves and they go do their rituals. It usually involves them taking their clothes off or wearing some crazy robes or whatever, and they mess with fire and blood and all these kind of things. Right? This is what they do in these groves. That's what they're for. So the masses can't see what they're doing. So they use the trees to cover them up as a blocking. Right? Because Satan always wants to dwell in an area where everybody can't see you. He wants to get you intimate, quiet, just you and him, just you and Satan. Come here, spend some time with me, right? So when you get with Satan, there's always something closed up, right? When you deal with the light of the Most High, that's something out in the open, right? But when you're dealing with wickedness, it's something you do privately behind closed doors, in the grove, okay? So you're going to notice that in the scriptures that when they talk about the groves, you know ain't nothing good happening in the groves, huh? No righteousness in the groves, right? Read on.
As did Ahab, king of Israel.
Right, Ahab, right?
As did Ahab, king of Israel.
Right, Ahab, right? He did wickedness in the groves too. Right? Read on.
And worshiped all the hosts of heaven.
Worship what?
All the hosts of heaven.
So the wickedness that he did is that he worshipped all the hosts of heaven. What does that mean? What did they do to all the heavenly, the things they learned of beings up in the heaven? What did they do?
Started worshiping them like stars, like star Molech, all these things.
Stars, right? Clouds, the sun, the moon, right? They worship all the hosts of heaven. If they saw a comet, right? Let's worship it. And they saw us, let's worship that too. They ran around just worshiping everything they seen in the sky. Even when they read the scripture, they read about angels. They start worshiping angels, right? You know, Raphael, Uriel, Gabriel, I want to worship him, right? Everything they know above, they start to worship. What you hold?
Oh, I got a perfect scripture for that. What you were talking about, they're trying to hide the covenant. That's Isaiah 29:15.
29 and 15.
Yeah.
I don't have that one. Don't worry about it. Isaiah 29:15. Isaiah 29:15.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Most High.
Right.
And their works are in the dark.
Right. So so woe unto them that seek to hide their counsel, and their works are done in darkness. Why do you think that they celebrate Hallows Eve when the sun goes down in the middle of the night? Right? Because it's time for darkness. It's time to do things in darkness. The darker the better. Right? You see, at nighttime, these streets gonna be lit up with all kind of wickedness. Right? Every Halloween, you see the same thing going on. Why? Because it's demonic. Right? Read.
And they say, who seeth us?
Who what?
Who seeth us?
That's why they go in the grove, because they say nobody will see us here. Right? They can't see us. Read on.
And who knoweth us?
Right? And who knoweth us? Who knows what we're doing in here? Read on.
Surely your turning of things upside down.
Surely you're turning your things up. I mean that your wickedness that you're doing. Read on.
Shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Right?
Or shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not?
Right?
Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
Right, so what? That means you turn the righteous into evil. The righteous have gone to evil. You can drop that. Let's go back to where we are.
The book of 2 Kings, chapter 21, verse 4.
Read.
And he built altars in the house of the Most High.
He did what?
Built altars in the house of the Most High.
In the house of the Most High, he built other altars. You could have just, how many altars in the house of the Most High? How many altars should be there? Just one. Because you only serve one God. One power. Right? But he started building other altars. Oh, let's make an altar to Moses. Let's make an altar to Elijah. Let's make an altar to the angel. Right? This is what religion does. They try to deitize everything they read in the scripture or they see up in the heavens. You know?
Of which the Most High said, in Jerusalem will I put my name.
Right?
And he built altars for all the hosts of heaven.
Right?
In the two courts of the house of the Most High. And he made his son pass through the fire.
Right? He made his son pass through the fire. What fire? That's the fire Molech. Jump through the fire and make sure, toss him through the fire. And if he's okay, then he's all right. Right? That was the festival of that. They would take the baby and toss the baby through the fire. Right? And to this day, Elam still does that in some parts of India. They throw the baby off the cliff. And as the people down there catch the baby, hey, they cheer. If they don't catch the baby, sorry. Right? This is the things that the heathens been doing. Right? They still do it. To show you that the heathen has not changed. We the ones that have changed. We need to get back to what we're supposed to be doing. Right? The heathen's been the heathen. Read.
And observe times.
And they observe times, meaning watch it. Okay, it's at this hour, the witching hour, the this is the time to do this, and they start coming up with all kinds of stuff. Say, okay, it's 12 o'clock, it's midnight. Dong, dong, right? They got the tower, and every hour they make the noise, dong, right? To let you know, okay, it's the time. Read on.
And observe times. And use enchantments.
Use enchantments, making spells, seances. Read on.
And dealt with familiar spirits.
And dealt with what?
With familiar spirits.
Familiar spirits. What is a familiar spirit? What is that? What is a familiar spirit?
Somebody that died.
Somebody that what?
Somebody that died.
Somebody that died. That's all it is. You ain't got to go no further explanation. Right? You ain't got to get deep. It's real simple. Familiar spirits. You're trying to contact people that died. Because you know of them. That's what makes them familiar. Right? You might have known somebody. You might say, it's my grandma. They had a show called Crossing Over, right? I'm channeling your puppy right now. And he said he's okay. He's in a safe place. I just knew he was okay. Right? These are the things that the heathen do. We don't do this nonsense. We're not trying to contact nobody from the other side. Right? We know Ouija boards and all this nonsense. That's not the children of Israel. That's a demons calling what? Trying to what? All Souls Day. Right? They're looking to contact souls. All Hallow Tide. When the souls are coming up and they want to contact them. Okay? They want to be familiar with them. Read.
And wizards.
And wizards. You know what wizards are? Harry Potter, right? Wizardry. That's a male witch is a wizard. Read.
He wrought much wickedness in the sight of the Most High.
He wrought what?
Much wickedness in the sight of the Most High.
Read on.
To provoke him to anger.
To do what?
Provoke him to anger.
That's why every Halloween, right, somebody's going to get it. Right? Because these actions provoke the Most High to anger. When our people put on that mask and they say, Happy Halloween, right? To somebody that they see, you provoking the Most High to anger. They don't even realize they're doing that. Okay? Contacting familiar spirits, conjuring up the dead, pretending to be the dead, right? Because they dress up like the dead and they walk around as if they're the walking dead. All these things bring anger to the Most High. Read.
And he set a graven image of the grove that he had made.
Right. He set up. He even had somebody paint a picture of the grove that he set up. So you know this king was going that off, right? He was going off. King Manasseh, right? Maybe from the tribe of Manasseh. We don't know that, but his name is the same name as the tribe of Manasseh. Okay. I don't know if he's Manasseh, but have you been to a Manasseh restaurant? Just pointing something out, right? That if you ever been to a Manasseh, real Manasseh Aztec restaurant, it's something that they always have on the wall, right? Who knows? Who's been to a real Manasseh Aztec restaurant? You haven't been there, huh? They have these skeletons doing different things, right? It's very popular in their culture, right? That they have skeletons driving a car, skeletons walking a dog, skeletons in clothes and a skeleton is in it. That is those that know how Issachar and that's how these people get down. They get down with that all day. They have a name for it. I don't remember the name right now. There's a certain type of saint or something. Right? Some sort of saint, right? That's a skeleton in clothes. Right?
It's Santa Muerte.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you for that. What he said. Santa Muerte. Muerte. Right? So, yeah.
Is that where they like give food like for the dead or something like that?
Yes, they do that. That's part of the ritual.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is they have that symbol on everything. Pictures and different colorful pictures and demons. I don't say demons. Skeletons are doing all these things. We know they're demons, but there's skeleton in the forest. So that spirit, that wicked spirit, still in the earth. In other words. But this king Manasseh brought the Most High to anger with these words. So then, what would take away the anger of the Most High? He's already angry. He's like, man, what are they doing down there? Dealing with familiar spirits, wizards, right? Are we able to do that according to the law? Let's get Leviticus 19, verse 31. A lot of people say, well, we celebrate Halloween. It's for the kids. It's for fun. You don't think these people were having fun when they was building them groves? And they were dancing around naked and all kind of madness? They was doing that for fun too. A lot of things people say they do for fun end up killing people, causing death, angering the Most High, spreading evil, but they did it for fun, in the name of fun. It's not fun to be wicked, because the outcome of your wickedness won't be fun at all. Okay? Read that.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 31. Regard not them that have familiar spirits.
Regard not them that have familiar spirits. You know, don't pay them no mind. Don't give them no energy. Don't pay attention to them. Who has familiar spirits? People that say they're psychics. People that say they can contact the dead. The obeah man. The witch doctor. The one claiming to be a witch. The one claiming to be a wizard. The one that's claiming to do magic. Right? It said, regard them not. Don't give them your money. Don't give them your time. Don't pay attention to them. Read on.
Neither seek after wizards.
Right? Don't look for them. Don't seek. Don't try to get the answer. Well, you know what? I'm having problems with love. And they say, well, I know somebody that can do something for me. Right? Love doctor. Come in here. Come give you a little, take a little bit of his hair and, you know, and bring it here. We fix him up. He'll love you so much, he'll love you to death. They ain't tell you that death is coming soon. All right? They'll tell you that part of the equation. All right? Leviticus 20, verse 6.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 6.
Come.
And the soul that turneth after such as familiar spirits,
right?
And after wizards,
come on,
to go a whoring after them.
To go what?
To go a whoring after them.
To go a whoring like a whore. What does a whore do?
Sleep with a lot of different men.
Right. They sleep with different men. They got this man, they got that man, they got one that pays telephone bill, his automobile, right? That's a whore. Right? A whore spirit is a woman that can't be satisfied with one man. You have a whore spirit. When you want to be entertained by other men and you have a man, you have a whore spirit. Okay? A lot of our daughters are taught to have a whore spirit in this society. They say, hey, you gotta play the field. Right? You gotta go around, get experiences. Experience different people. That's a whore spirit. You're training your child to have a whore spirit. The child should look at when that one person they're romantically interested in, they're not supposed to entertain no anybody else. And concentrate on that one. See if it works out. If it doesn't work out, it don't work out. Well, listen, don't be talking to this one, that one, this one, that one. You got like 5, 6 people calling you, hitting you on the DM. Right? Direct message blowing up. Right? You got like 3,000 likes. Right? You already got bad likes. Right? You got a horse spirit. You're entertaining a horse spirit. So that's another class. Right? Instead of whorelings. Read on.
I will even set my face against that soul. And will cut him off from among his people.
So check this out. This is a soul that normally do what the Most High wanted him to do. Right? But what did he do? He turned after who? Those that what? That have familiar spirits. This is somebody that normally does what the Most High wanted to do. And saw somebody dealing with familiar spirits and said, oh, it's a soul that turned after that person. You say, oh, what you doing? What you got there? Yeah, you can look that up. How you do that? Right? What is it, a Ouija board? What do I do? Put my hand on this thing here? And they start going around the circle with it. The Most High said, I'm going to deal with that person. Not the one with the familiar spirit, because they already been reserved for wickedness. Even they, give me that. Before I say it out loud. Proverbs 16 verse 4. Come on. Proverbs 16 verse 4. They have a purpose. These demons, Halloween, all this stuff serves a purpose. We're going to understand that purpose. For the light to have its value, there must be darkness. That's wisdom. You can't have an area, a world without darkness. It's got to be something. So the light has something to do. What does the light do? Chase away the darkness. Right? It kills the darkness. That's what the light does. If it had no darkness to kill, then what would the light do? Read what you got.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
The Most High hath made all things for himself.
Right?
Yeah, even the wicked.
Even the what?
Even the wicked.
Even Halloween. Even the familiar spirit that those, the wizards, right? The witches, the Most High created them too. Even the wicked, read on.
For the day of evil.
For the day of evil. Right? He created it all. And they all serve a purpose. We got to have the wisdom to know what the purpose is. That's why we have wisdom class. Because now you know when they say, don't y'all want some candy? Don't you want to go out and put on a mask and get some candy? How about my little brothers here? You want to go outside and get some candy? You want to walk down the street and get candy? You want to put a mask on, go outside and get candy? See that? Say yeah. He spoke honestly. He spoke honestly. That's the problem. That's why we have to, what? Protest against these things. And we have to speak against these things. A lot of people say, well, leave them people alone. You're not celebrating this, so leave them alone. No, leave them alone. When they come to my door, they're gonna get an earful. What y'all can't do is wicked.
No.
That's the devil y'all serving right now. Somebody gotta tell them. Somebody gotta tell them. You don't tell them, then they won't know. If you don't tell them, they won't know. You can't say, if somebody don't tell them. You got to say, if I don't tell them, they don't know. And if everybody takes that responsibility, then we're going to start breaking this whole nonsense down. Right? But if everybody waiting for somebody else to tell them, well, how are they going to get told? Even the wicked for the day of evil, read on.
Everyone that is proud in heart.
Everybody's what?
Everyone that is proud in heart.
They're proud in heart. They don't want to change. They want to do their own thing. Right? Read on.
Is an abomination to the Most High.
Is an abomination to the Most High. So we go out there to correct the people. They don't want to get correction. They're an abomination to the Most High. Okay?
Even in the churches, when I was younger, I remember my mother tried to bring us to church whenever it was Halloween. But even in churches, they wouldn't call it Halloween or anything, but they'll call it Holy Night.
Holy Night.
Where they dress up as biblical characters.
Yeah. You wasn't here. It was called All Souls Day. All Saints Day. The churches have all kinds of names for this. Right? So that they can try to mask what it's really about. But if it was All Saints or All Souls or All Holy Days, so you got you dressing up like Moses and going to church with your sandals on, right? You still celebrate the same demonic spirit, because the demonic spirit of this day is to adorn yourself in souls that have passed away. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's called familiar souls. It doesn't matter what the soul did or what it was, right? If you want to dress, somebody down there in Fort Lauderdale is walking around like, hey, claim to be Jesus.
You know it.
You got his Jesus outfit on. He's walking around like this. Or he's bearing his cross. It don't matter what you dress up as. They try to tell you that. Well, I don't make them goblins or demons. I make them, what do they call that? I was going to say Teletubbies, so that's too old. Dragon Ball Z or something. That old. I don't know.
That's not
Trying to remember something I know it was. I can't remember right now.
Digimon. Oh, no.
Digimon? You showing your age. That ain't no one. That's old school. Dress up as some sort of cartoon. Right? Back in my days, Spider-Man, Batman, Popeye, right? Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the little kids nowadays, they got Paw Patrol, like you said.
Paw Patrol, that's all I think of, Paw Patrol, right?
And this little
So is it
pig
better because it's one of those light characters and it's no demon, it's no, let's look at that. Let's get Corinthians. Let's think about that. Let's deal with that spirit. Because it's not like they're demons. 2 Corinthians 10 and 5.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 5.
Read.
Casting down imagination.
Doing what?
Casting down imagination.
All that stuff is imagination. Casting down imagination that does what? Read.
And every high thing.
And every high thing, everything glorified, read on.
That exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
That exalts itself against the knowledge of the Most High. Everything that we named has nothing to do with the Most High God. Matter of fact, for you to put a costume on and run around is against the knowledge of God. Because Dad never told you to do that. He never told you to do that. He never instructed you to do that. But you say it's just imagination. But you got to cast down that imagination. That's against the Most High God. That's encouraging you to take part in a holiday that you know is against the will of the Heavenly Father. But you're trying to mask it over. Trying to have in the church and have people dressing up as Elijah, the bald head. Right? That don't make it any better. In fact, that makes it worse because that means you should have known better. You know enough to try to mask it. How about just not doing it? How about just forsaking it? If you know so much about that you shouldn't dress up as a demon, how about you just forsake the whole December 31st and all the festivities that go with it? Then you be showing the Most High. Most High said, forsake our sins, not cover our sins. Okay? The Bible says to forsake our sins. Leave it alone. Read on.
And bring into captivity every thought to the obedience of Mashiach.
And that's what we got to do. We got to bring it to captivity. Meaning that we got to bring their minds to every thought of the Most High. We got to take it away. All that crazy imagination, their mind is going all over the place. It's going to cause them to fall into sins. Right? They bait our children with a reward. What's the reward? The candy. The candy's reward. Like I said, you want candy? Yeah, I want candy. Yeah, they want candy. You must want candy. That's what children want. But that's how they trick our children. Right? That's how they trick them.
They used to put the razor blade in the candy.
Put razor blade in the candy, drug in the candy, pepper in the candy. You know what I'm saying? You get a little extra something in your candy. Right? So we got to be mindful of this. We got to say, no, I ain't falling for that. We ain't falling for that.
You see on the news, Martin County, they had a little Halloween festival at the police station.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they sold candy. They had SWAT on the roof and everything. To watch out so the children can come through and pick candy and stuff like that.
What?
All that. What?
What was the budget on that? Taxpayer money, right? You talk about wasting taxpayer money.
He said we got the money to give everybody candy in Martin County.
I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever. They got enough money in every county to give everybody candy. That's how much you stealing. You know?
And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
Right, so that's what we do. We are in readiness to revenge all disobedience. We have people talk about Halloween and we say that's the devil. We say thus saith the Most High. Okay? We instruct our people to move away from that because that's what the righteous do. Give me 2 Kings 23 and 24. That's what the righteous do. They didn't do like King Manasseh and Bill Groves and encourage wickedness around them. What did the righteous do? Give me 23, 24.
The book of 2 Kings, chapter 23, verse 24.
Come on.
Moreover, the workers with familiar spirits
we go a little higher. Let's get what king we're dealing with now. We gave with King Josiah, and we're going to start with verse 21.
Verse 21.
Come.
And the king commanded all the people, saying, keep the Passover.
Do what?
Keep the Passover.
Do what?
Keep the Passover.
That's what we're going to command the people to do. We're going to go out there and say, you should be keeping the Passover. Not no Halloween. You should be keeping Purim. You should be keeping Hanukkah. What is this Halloween nonsense? Forsake this foolishness. Read.
Unto the Most High your power.
As
it is written in this book of the covenant.
Read.
Surely there was not holding such a Passover from the days of the judges that judged Israel.
Not only did he say let's keep the Passover, but he had a glorious Passover. He said there was not a Passover like this since the days of the judges. He went all out for Passover. A lot of people think that you ain't supposed to make Passover grand. That you're supposed to have a staff in your hand and eat a little piece of meat and run out till you're ready to run out the door in the morning. No. That's not what you read in the scriptures. Our wise kings, our great kings in their time built grand Passovers to let us know that we are glorifying what Yahweh did. We're celebrating what Yahweh did for his children, right? So that's a reason to roll out the red carpet, as they say, right? What are they celebrating tonight? What are they glorifying? But it's a celebration. They're obviously celebrating, right? All Saints Day, All Hallows Eve, demonic worship. Read on.
Nor of the kings of Judah, but in the 18th year of King Josiah,
come on,
wherein this Passover was holden to the Most High in Jerusalem.
Come on.
Moreover, the workers with familiar spirits.
The workers with familiar spirits that King Manasseh had running around. Read on.
And the wizards. And the images and the idols.
Right. So not just the actual workers and the wizards, the people doing it, but also the images that they created. Read on.
And all the abominations that were spied in the land of Judah.
So they went to see what they were doing in them groves, and they seen all that abominations. They seen them dressing not dressing in anything, and running around in circles. They saw it. Read.
And in Jerusalem,
come on,
did Josiah put away.
He did what?
Put away.
He put all that away, man. He destroyed everything. He destroyed it all. Read on.
That he might perform the words of the law.
Come on.
Which were written in the book of Hilkiah.
Right, Hezekiah, read on.
The priest found in the house of the Most High.
Right.
And like unto him.
What does it mean by the book of Hezekiah? What's that mean? Anybody know about that? Because if people read books in the Bible, they think that it's another book of the Bible. Right? What is that referring to?
It's referencing the events that happened during his reign.
Right. The events that happened during the time of Hezekiah. Every king wrote down the things that happened in their time. Right? They had a memoir. Right? Even to this day, there's a president book that's passed from president to president, and they write down their notes and things that took place in their time of their reign, their thoughts, or whatever the case may be.
Right,
they write it down.
Watch out, you want the Men in Black to come in.
Hey, listen. Be afraid. We know they got a book, and they pass it from president to president.
But they said there is no book.
They've been doing that since biblical times. That once a king is reigning, there's a scribe with the king. What is the scribe job to do? To write. There's always a scribe with the king. Oh, he's the royal scribe. They never speak about what is he doing. He's writing everything down that's happening. Right? When you go to court system, is there not a court stenographer there? What is that person doing? They're typing everything that took place. They're making record, right? So there's a lot of records of the things that took place in our time, biblical times and stuff. It doesn't make it a part of the Bible, but it is records that were left by all the kings. Okay. Read.
And like unto him was there no king before him,
Right.
that turned to the Most High with all his heart.
Right. Before Hezekiah, there was no king that turned to the Most High with all his heart. He went in, Hezekiah. And Josiah is following after his footsteps. Right? He's getting rid of, the first is to get rid of all those wizards, those warlocks, and everything. So we got to do the same thing because we are the kings of our castle, right or wrong?
No.
Right? You are the Lord of your gate, your household. You got to shut down all that madness behind your doors, behind your walls. Right? And if you can, shut it down the neighbor too. Right? Because everywhere we go, we can't tolerate this madness. If we're going to walk in the steps of our King Hezekiah and King Josiah and the things that they did for the Most High God. And the Most High God was pleased with these men and what they did. Read on.
And with all his might, according to all the law of Moses.
According to what?
All the law of Moses.
Read on.
Neither after him arose there any like him.
Right. Give me Deuteronomy 18 and 11. They went to the law of Moses to determine right from wrong and what they were standing on. That's what they position themselves on. The laws of Moses. That's what we're going to position ourselves on. We're getting wisdom from our kings. Our king said, go to the laws of Moses. And then go to the people and determine right from wrong. So let's go to the law. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 11.
Come on. Go up one. 18 and 10.
Verse 10. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire.
Right. So there should be not found among you anyone that what? Allowing their son and daughter, right? Or encouraging their son and daughter to go through the fire. Meaning that to go and entertain these other spirits. These demonic spirits, these false idols, these false religions. Okay? This specifically is referring to the fire Molech, right? When they worship the star in the heaven, right? And they made a fire, right? And then you have to walk through the fire. You know they do that? They walk on coals, hot coals, right? You see them still do it to this day. You know, Elon was a crazy bunch. They in there walking across coals, right? Burning up their feet. It's supposed to mean something. I don't know what it means, right? Or they, like I said, they throw the child off the cliff, and if the people catch them down there, you know, they praise, and they sing and they dance around in circles, and if they don't catch the baby, you know, not much said there. I guess he was wicked. Something, right? I don't know what they judge, how they judge that part. Right? Or they mutilate their bodies in different ways.
They baptize them in the gang show.
You know, they baptize them in a crappy river with defecation, all kinds of stuff in the river.
Dead bodies floating in the river.
Dead bodies. So these are the things that heathens always do. They always did these things. From biblical time, they haven't changed. We the ones that have changed. We the ones that got to get right. They right already. That's what they do. That's what they supposed to do. They're not supposed to be keeping the law, statute, commandment. They wasn't given it yet, right? When they give it, they're gonna follow. When they don't follow, they're gonna be put to death.
That's right.
Right? So it's simple, right? Read.
Or that useth divination.
Right? Using divination and conjuring, you know, potions and stuff like that as divinations, you know?
Or an observer of times.
Observer times again, you know, saying, okay, this is witching hour, 12 o'clock, right? You know? It's the dead of winter, it's time for these spirits to come out, that spirit to come out. Read on.
Or an enchanter or a witch.
Right? Enchanter trying to put trying to hypnotize you, trying to spin the cup on people, send them into the sunken place. Right? They call them, what do they call them now? Psychologists or psychiatrists, or people that mess with your brain to shrink. That's what they are today. You know how to mess with your mind, hypnotize you, put you under a spell. Right? Hypnosis is real. All right? A lot of times, we be under different levels of hypnosis, and we don't even realize it. Right? A lot of times, your imaginations go places where the images that you receive from the televised vision, right, is causing your imagination to go places that you normally would never go. The sounds in the music that is produced, right, can cause your mind to go places because they're hypnotic suggestions, as they call it, in the music and in the movies. And you got to be mindful about. But if you have a strong subconscious, they even teach you that and show you that in all the movies. If you have a strong-minded, and it can't affect you. But if you're weak-minded, it'll take you to, the stratosphere, right?
Well, they show you that a lot in the movie. Now You See Me.
Now You See Me?
Yeah.
Okay. By the hypnotic suggestions.
Yeah, they show you right off the bat.
Yeah. A lot of movies I can think of it. You saw Ben gloating about it, and he figured out hypnosis. So he used it in his armies, right? To get these soldiers. How can these soldiers be so energized to go kill somebody that they don't even know?
Right.
That never did anything to them.
No reason.
For no reason. And so high kill. Right? Sharpshooter, sit back, pick him off, shoot him in the eye, and then go to bed and sleep comfortably. Right? That show you that, this person is checked out. But they use drugs and they use subliminal messages to create these kind of killer machines. Because anybody else, they conscious would kill them. Right? Some people, even though they're influenced by these drugs and stuff, their conscious still wakes up. And when they conscious wake up, they call them, they say they got PTSD. PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder. They say they got this problem and that problem. That's because they woke up. That's all they did. And then they realized, that I've been doing for the last few months. I've been going around killing people. Because most normal people would have a problem with that. It's one thing to kill somebody to save your own life. You know what I mean? That's one thing. To defend yourself. Every animal defends itself. Right? Even plants defend themselves in their own way. Right? The smallest organism has some sort of defense mechanism. Right? That's the power that we serve. Everything defends itself. Right? So that's one thing. But to go and just venture out and just go killing people, not too many animals do that. There's some animals that do that. They're wired that way. Right? The Most High made them very aggressive and very violent. Some animals that's violent. Not even a shark. Some sharks. There's some sharks. Some sharks, not all sharks are like that. Some sharks are like that.
Eating machine.
Eating machine is want to go and destroy it. Right? Alligators are like that. Right? Crocodiles more so than alligators. Right? So they have certain animals that this is what they do. They look to hunt. Always on the hunt. They'll hunt anything. As long as it's moving, they want to go get it. Right? But to a reasonable man's mind, that's traumatic. Right? It's traumatic. But they give you drugs and hypnosis to get them ready to go out there and be these killing machines. Right? Especially during the time of Vietnam, so they had to get it right then. Because they needed to, because they were drafting you. You didn't even sign up for it. You were getting just pulled up and sent out. How is this person going to end up be doing what he needs to do?
You're not the only child. He was out of there.
Got a letter. You got a letter in the mail. So you about to go somewhere, right? It's gonna be real bad. You gotta kill people, children, women, little children, right? You gotta blow things up, eyes everywhere. You gotta be able to see that. So they gotta get you, they gotta get in your mind. So just understanding that hypnosis is real, you know?
Or a charmer.
Or a charmer, come on.
Or a consulter with
right?
familiar
A charmer is
spirit.
another type of what? Hypnosis, you know?
Or a consulter with familiar spirit.
Or a what?
Consulter with familiar spirit.
A consulter with familiar spirits. Meaning that somebody that says, all right, I'll get the answer for you. Wait right there. And they go in the back room and do whatever they do and come back to you and tell you exactly what you need to know. And you want to know, okay, how are they able to do this? You should not regard that. You should never know. You should never be in that area with that person. Because you know that's demonic in the eyes of the Most High God. You know?
Or a wizard.
Right?
Or a necromancer.
A necromancer, come on.
For all that do these things are an abomination to the Most High.
Are an abomination to the Most High. What's a necromancer? Somebody look up that word for me. What's a necromancer?
A necromancer is they're actually considered the most infamous known to deal with undead and rising up spirits. Dealing with the undead.
The undead. What was that? The undead.
Corpse.
They're raising up corpses.
Huh?
They're raising up dead bodies.
Exactly. They actually messing with dead bodies, man.
Oh.
Right? That's what a necromancer do. He be actually messing with the dead body in ways that you don't want to know. Right? Very twisted individual. You find out what a necromancer is, you go, man, that's twisted. These things exist. And they always exist. Right? We don't?
For all that do these things are an abomination to the Most High.
All that do these things are an abomination to the Most High. We don't?
And because of these abominations, the Most High that power doeth drive them out from before thee.
Right?
Thou shalt be perfect with the Most High that power.
That's right. He said, because of all the abominations, he's going to get rid of all those people that deal with those wickedness. And so that we can be perfect. Those that serve the Most High God. So, what did the good, the righteous king do? He got rid of all those evil spirits. The wicked king, he built monuments to these wicked spirits. So it's clear and shows us in the scripture that we ought to what? Cast down all this evil. That it wouldn't be wise to take part in Halloween because the Most High hates all that stuff. Right? He hates all of it. All right? They tend not to teach our people in church that God hates, but he does. Okay? Give me Psalms 97, verse 10.
All right, you know this guy went into the synagogue and shot all those people up. Right? So he shot all those people up. But somebody brought a point out. One of the CNN anchors, name is Don Lemon. You know who he is, right?
Yeah.
Right. He said Trump put a whole thing out there at the airport to watch out for these Muslim terrorists. He don't want terrorists to come in here. He said, how come he didn't put one on a white man that's inside this country?
That's right. I guess we got to put that bulletin.
You know?
Be careful for the white man. Okay? Huh? 9710. Right? Because he's the biggest terrorist on this earth. Okay? He terrorized so much, he terrorized his own people. He didn't know who to terrorize anymore. Right? You got one dude sending pipe bombs all over the place. Right? Was he Esau?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then you got another you might went up in the church shooting every everybody. Right? And one of the white people.
Yeah.
Right? He's the biggest terrorist on the earth. But you want to watch the Arab man. I said, you know, the Arab man had a field day with this man. I know he was laughing all in the mosque. The mosque was rolling. Right? Because the mosque is like, yo, y'all watching us and y'all killing damn selves. Okay? He's a terrorist himself. Read that right there.
The book of Psalms, chapter 97, verse 10.
Come on.
Ye that love the Most High,
Right?
hate evil.
Right. He that loved the Most High, you're supposed to hate evil. Is not Halloween evil? So how should you feel about it? You should hate it. So people say that, oh, but it's for the children. You hate it. Why do you hate it? Because it's evil. It's all right to hate. You just got to know when to hate. You got to have wisdom. Wisdom will teach you when to love, when to hate. Because a lot of people love things that they shouldn't love. Right? They clasp into things that they shouldn't hold on to. They follow things they shouldn't follow. Their love is misplaced. And when your love is misplaced, that's dangerous. Some people love wickedness. What's going to be the outcome? Destruction.
Yeah.
Right? Death. Right? Give me that. What's that scripture? Proverbs. Love of death.
8
Proverbs 8.
and 36.
8 and 36. Read it.
Last verse.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 36.
Come.
But he that sinneth against me,
Right?
wrongeth his own soul.
He jacking up his own life and what? Read.
All they that hate me,
Right?
love death.
Love what?
Love death.
See, a lot of people love the wrong thing. A lot of people that get involved in this Halloween, they love death. So they hate the Most High God. What do you say? Forsake your wickedness. They don't want to hear that. That's a problem. You the problem. You see, that's why I don't hate you guys coming telling people what to do. Right? You should leave us alone. Let us be demons. Leave us alone. Right? Satan always wants you to leave him alone when he's doing his wickedness. We ain't gonna leave you alone, man. We're gonna cast you out as much time we can. We're gonna cast you out with all the energy we got. Right? Because that's our job. The scripture's clear. The good king went and he got rid of all that wickedness. Mashed out all those groves. Killed anybody that was dealing with familiar spirits. He didn't hold back his sword. He didn't say, well, let them do it over there. Give them a section. Give them a neighborhood. Wilton Manors or something.
Right.
He didn't do that. He killed all of them. Rid the land of them. Now, we captive. It's not our power. Just like the Mashiach said, if this was my world, shit, I would save it. Right? This ain't our world. So we're going to cast it down verbally. Right? We're going to bring the spirit. Right? We're going to reach our people. Right? That's what we're going to do. We're going to try to kill that spirit out of it. All right? We definitely ain't going to follow the wickedness that's going on out there. Get Isaiah the 8th chapter. 8 verse 9. You can finish with that in Kings, right? Yeah. Say 8 verse 9.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 8, verse 9.
Okay.
Associate yourselves, O ye people,
Right?
and ye shall be broken in pieces.
And you shall be what?
Broken in pieces.
See, a lot of people don't realize when you gather yourself with the wicked, their judgment might be your judgment.
Right.
So associate yourselves with them, and you're going to be broken in pieces. Read on.
Gird yourselves,
Uh-huh.
and ye shall be broken in pieces.
Come on.
Take counsel together,
Uh-huh.
and it shall come to naught.
You want to take counsel of man? Y'all want to come together? They want to unify in their wickedness? It's going to come to nothing. Read on.
Speak the word, and it shall not stand.
Come on.
For the Most High is with us.
It's with who?
Is with us.
So the Most High is with us. So they can say what they want to say. They can gather together. It can be 1,000 against 7. Or how much brothers is going out there. Right? The Most High is with us.
That's right.
The Most High is with us, man. We ain't worried about you. Read on.
For the Most High spake thus to me,
right?
With a strong hand.
Most High told me this with a strong hand. He girt me up. Brother is ready. He said, Most High with me, man. I don't care how much of y'all is out there. Read on.
And instructed me that I should not walk in the way of this people.
Right. Come on.
Saying, say ye not.
Right.
A confederacy to all them.
There ain't no confederacy. We not getting together with nobody. No, I'm not gonna come to the holiday party. Because I'm not confederate with y'all. There's no, what does confederate mean? What does that mean?
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood. There's no brotherhood with righteousness and wickedness. Everybody understand that?
That's right.
There's no brotherhood there. No, we can't get together. Okay. I said, say not. There's no confederacy. There's no getting together. There's the righteous and the wicked. There's no getting together. Read on.
Say ye not a confederacy to all them. To whom this people shall say, a confederacy, neither fear ye their fear, nor be afraid.
Right, don't be afraid of them. They might say, well, confederacy, you need to get together. We need to come together. It's more of us than you, right? Read on.
Sanctify the Most High of hosts.
Do what?
Sanctify the Most High of hosts.
Sanctify the Most High of hosts. All right, what does it mean to sanctify? Separate, set apart. Sanctify the Most High of hosts, man. Now, he's different than y'all. We can't get with y'all because we dealing with the Most High of hosts. So there's no confederacy. Right? It's only sanctifying. When you sanctify, it means you separate yourself. Okay? Read on.
And let him be your fear.
And let the, instead of fearing man and what they think and what they might say, sometimes it can be your own family. Huh? They want to get together and get at you. What is this? We're having a intervention. We have a problem with you. You're growing your hair, you're looking wild. That's not what this family does. There's been reports you've been outside yelling at people in the streets. I said we want to talk to you. You was college bad. What happened to you?
You got a weird language too.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
We're speaking in some tongue. Right? Sometimes it's family. Sometimes it's friends, man. You used to be in the world, you was so cool, you was Joe cool, you was Joe Smooth in the world. Now you ain't got no swag. You told me your swag. You had hair with funny shirt on with these things on the bottom. What happened to your swag, man? Friends get together, man. Yo, what happened to you, bro? You used to be the first one to run up in the building. Now you don't even want to hang out. Right? Read on.
And let him be your dread.
Let the Most High be your dread. Fear the Most High. You ain't got time for friends, family, people who got something to say, groups, whatever. You're busy fearing the Most High. So you don't have no fear left for man. All your fear is on the Father, so I got nothing left for you. I know you want me to be scared, but I can't be because I'm fearing the Most High right now. I'm busy. Right? Read.
And he shall be for a sanctuary.
And he shall be for what?
For a sanctuary.
What's another word for a sanctuary? Or what? A safe place. He shall be a sanctuary. He shall be your safe place. Read on.
But for a stone of stumbling.
Right.
And for a rock. And for a rock of offense to both the houses of Israel. For a jinn.
A jinn. What's a jinn? A jinn is something you put in a trap that attracts the animal to get into the trap. Okay, that's what a jinn is. Right. So if you have like something that the bird want to eat, you see that's the jinn. You go after the jinn, bam, he's caught. So your righteousness And the Most High to the wicked, the Most High is a stumbling block. It's a trap. They want to come against you, but they only set their own self up, right? When they come against the righteous, you're setting yourself up, right? You're putting your own self. People don't realize when they come against the righteous, they're putting themselves in harm's way. They're not putting us in harm's way. Right? We have the safe place. We have the sanctuary. We're in the sanctuary.
And for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
Right, which is a trap. Come on.
And many among them shall stumble and fall. And be broken.
And be what?
And be broken.
And you want to do wicked, you stumble, fall, be broken. Read on.
And be snared and be taken.
Come on.
Bind up the testimony, seal the law among my disciples. And I will wait upon the Most that hide his face from the house of Jacob.
Right. Why did the Most High hide his face from us?
Because you transgress.
Right. Because we transgress. Right. Hosea 5:15. Let's say I'm not going to go there, but you know the scripture. Right. He said, I go to return to my place until they what? They acknowledge their place. I'm out. Most High said, I'm out. Deuces. Until y'all get yourselves right. Then I'll be back. Right. For our sin have separated us from the Most High. Isaiah 59 verse 1. You know?
And I will look for him. Behold, I and the children whom the Most High hath given me are for signs.
Or for what?
Are for signs.
For I and the children the Most High has given me, those that's rolling for the Father, they're for a sign. Read on.
And for wonders in Israel.
Come on.
From the Most High of hosts.
From the where?
From the Most High of hosts.
You are a sign and a wonder for Israel from the Most High of hosts. That's what you are. People looking for a sign, you are the sign. Right? Men and women in 2018 talking about they the Jew of color. You're a sign to say what? The kingdom of heaven is at hand. It's coming. Right? Because the kingdom of heaven, the sign is you have to wake up. There will be no kingdom unless you wake up. So you're a sign. Anywhere our people are that have turned and forsaken this world and have turned to the commandments of the Most High, they're a sign. Right? So then you go on what, Facebook, YouTube, right? And you check it out, and you're like, man, Israelites everywhere, right? Camp here, camp in Alaska, right? You're like, they don't even know anybody was up there. That's a sign, right? That what we are in the last days. We are in the time of salvation. You are the sign. You're looking for the sign. You are the sign. Or else you wouldn't be trying to keep Torah. The deep sleep that was poured out upon us would still be upon you. Because it ain't time. When do you wake up? When it's high time to awake and to come out of sleep. So the high time is here. What's high time? I mean, it's almost time to act. That's why everybody's waking up. All right, read.
Which dwelleth in Mount Zion. And when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits,
right? Read on.
And unto wizards,
come on,
that peep and that mutter,
right?
Should not a people seek unto their power,
right?
For the living, to the dead.
Read that again.
And when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits,
right?
And unto wizards that peep and that mutter,
right? So they're gonna try to encourage you to go their way. Read on.
Should not a people seek unto their power?
Right? Shouldn't you be seeking that? Instead of you telling me to keep Halloween, shouldn't you be serving God? Serving the Most High God? Shouldn't you be seeking your salvation? You worried about me not showing up to the Halloween celebration? Right? So you're going to pose that question to them. Shouldn't you be doing this? Shouldn't you be in the scriptures? You quit telling me that I should join you. Should not you be doing what's right for the Most High God? See, I tell people all the time, you ain't got to be with me. You ain't got to come to Light of Zion. There's a lot of doors to the Father. This is just one. All right? You can be wherever you want, as long as you keep in the Most High commandments. You know what? Most High speed. Y'all speed with you. Keep the commandments. All right? That's what's most important. Oh, you want me to join? No, I never asked you to join. No one can ever come and tell you that someone asked me to join the Light of Zion. I've never asked anybody to join the Light of Zion. Okay? We are fellowship. Okay? Because this is not the kingdom. I don't want to misconstrue or misdirect anybody. Right? We all working towards the kingdom. Right? We want to work together. I say join the camp. Right? That means to go out and teach and be a part of the teaching body. Right? But Light of Zion is just a place to come and learn. What you do with that knowledge and wisdom is up to you. Right? Some people have come and got knowledge and wisdom and started their own camp. Hey, I hate it. You're taking no food off my table. I don't eat here. Right? But as long as you're keeping the commandments of the Most High, listen, may the Most High be with you. Bless your family and everyone that come in contact with you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be a mega church. I ain't trying to put Light of Zion t-shirts on the whole world. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying that what we need to understand is a bigger picture. As a body of Christ, we need to understand it's a bigger picture. As long as our people are repenting and forsaking this world, we good. Your job is being done. Your job is to bring Yahweh again to the Most High. Huh? We all have the same job. As long as we know what that means that you got to bring Yahweh back to the commandments, and that's how you can go back to the Most High. Hey, do your work. But right here in Isaiah, they trying to get the righteous to join them, and the righteous is saying, well, shouldn't you be serving the Most High too? Shouldn't you be doing what I'm doing? Read on.
For the living to the dead.
From the living to the dead. Read on.
To the law and to the testimony.
To the what?
To the law and to the testimony.
To the law and to the testimony. Read on.
If they speak not according to this word.
If that ain't what words that's coming out their mouth, read on.
It is because there is no light in them.
There's no good in them. There's no light in them. If it ain't the law and the testimony, what are they talking about? Right? What do you have to gain? What are they trying to bring to you? If it's not the law and the testimony, if it's not based on righteousness, what is it? More darkness, more wickedness. That's all it is. Read.
And they shall pass through it. Hardly, vested, and hungry.
Right.
And it shall come to pass that when they shall be hungry, they shall fret themselves.
They shall what? Fret themselves, meaning they're going to be upset, right? Read on.
And curse their king.
And do what?
And curse their king.
They're going to start cursing them, the things that they believed in. Read on.
And their power.
Right.
And look upward.
Right.
And they shall look unto the earth, and behold, trouble and darkness, dimness and anguish.
Right. So there'll be a day where their king is going to fail them. Those that want to believe in politics right now, they got voting going on. Right. They want to elect kings and powers over them because they believe in that. When all those things fail, they're going to look to the heavens. They're going to look to the earth. It's going to be dark. They're going to have they got no wins with the Most High God. Because they didn't forsake these ways in time. Okay? They didn't forsake these ways. So, that's your fight. The wicked is going to try to get you to go their way. But our wisdom teaches us that what? We ain't giving up on the ways of the Most High God. We've forsaken all wickedness. All right, give me, stay in the book of Isaiah. Give me Isaiah 55 and 6. Isaiah 55 verse 6.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 6.
Read.
Seek ye the Most High,
right?
while he may be found.
Come on,
Call ye upon him while he is near.
read.
Let the wicked forsake his way.
Let the what?
Let the wicked forsake his way.
Let the wicked forsake his way. So that's what we got to teach the people. We got to tell the people, listen, you need to leave this madness alone. Forsake means to leave, to separate, to get rid of. Read on.
And the unrighteous man his thoughts.
And the unrighteous man, you need to change your mind. You need to forsake your very thoughts, much less your actions. Read on.
And let him return unto the Most High.
Return to the Father. Read on.
And he will have mercy upon him.
Right?
And to our power. For he will abundantly pardon.
And that's the beautiful thing of the Hamashiach Yahushua. Because through Hamashiach Yahushua, the Most High will abundantly pardon. Being that all you have to do is repent, man. Right? You ain't got to get no bullock. You ain't got to get no ram. What you do is repent. And forsake your wicked ways. That's what's required. Through Hamashiach Yahushua, by Hashem Hamashiach Yahushua, we repent to the Most High. And now you can walk a path of righteousness. That's the key. Okay? That's the push. That's the motivation. Okay? It's not that difficult. The commandments are not grievous. Right? Just say the Most High. He says it's not hard. The hard part is what? Forsaking Satan. That's the hard part. Once you leave Satan, the commandments is roll with it. Right? Satan is the issue. That's the fight in the battle. Okay. But people want to follow Jeremiah 10, verse 1.
Yeah. 4:15.
4:15. Right. Jeremiah 10, verse 1.
The book of Isaiah, Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 1.
Come.
Hear ye the words which the Most High speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Right?
Thus saith the Most High,
What he said.
learn not the way of the heathen.
So now, tonight, out there is the way of the heathen. Right? They're celebrating Halloween. That's the way of the heathen. The scriptures say don't even learn it, much less take part in it. Right? Because they call into saints and they call it on familiar spirits. They are excited to put on their mask and they're full of the demon, right? They're going to have a lot of energy. Be out there doing all week they were tired, but tonight they're going to have this new energy, right? They can be out there back flipping and moonwalking, right? Get out their wheelchair, they're going to walk tonight. Don't be dismayed when you see it go down. Read on.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven. Why? Read.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
Because they doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be full of this wicked energy. That's what they're supposed to do. Read.
For the customs of the people are vain.
They're what?
For the customs of the people are vain.
What does the word vain mean?
Worthless.
Worthless. No value. It's vain. They get nothing out of it. They say, oh, we had a great time. Right? Shoot, I have a great time every Shabbat day.
All right.
Right? I got a holiday every week. Right? I don't work on that holiday too. Right? I got a day off every week. I get to convocate or commune or gather with my brothers and my sisters every week. Well, he said, well, it's a holiday because what's coming after Halloween? Thanksgiving. Or Thanksgiving. It's like, right? They're going to say, well, you got time off.
Right.
You got time off every week. Nothing new, right?
Make your favorite.
What? I ate my favorite yesterday. I can eat my favorite tomorrow if I choose. They'll come with every excuse. Why? Because they want you to follow them. Especially when they see that you're keeping your statutes and commandments. Then they really gonna want you to follow them for a while. But the scripture say you resist the devil and he will what?
Flee.
He will flee. So after a while they'll leave you alone. They're like, all right, he's just never coming back. Right? But for a while they'll push you. Right? Right? After a while they ain't got nothing. Your phone won't ring anymore. Trust me. I can't remember the last time I got invited to anything. Right? Get 3 John 1:11. 3 John? No. Get 3 John. Give me Tobit 4 and 5. 3 John. Yeah, it's there, but hold on. Let's get Tobit. I'll end off with 3 John. Right here. Only the apocryphal for a while. Tobit 4 and 5 first.
The book of Tobit, chapter 4, verse 5. My son, be mindful of the Most High, our power,
Right.
all thy days,
Come on.
and let not thy will be set to sin,
Right.
or to transgress his commandments.
Right. Don't let thy will be set to sin or to transgress the commandments. Don't be influenced. Don't be pushed. Don't anybody twist your arm. You know something is wrong, don't do it. All right, read on.
Do uprightly.
Do what?
Do uprightly.
Do uprightly. Read on.
All thy life.
Come on.
And follow not the ways of the unrighteousness.
Right, and don't follow the ways of unrighteousness. Because you got the unrighteous all around you, trying to get you to go their way. Okay? But you're not going to fall for that. Read on.
For if thou deal truly, thy doings shall prosperly succeed to thee.
Shall prosperly succeed. What is prosper? What does that mean to prosper?
To gain.
To gain, to get increase. Right? You will prosper. That's what we should all want to do, is prosper. Whatever you put your hand to, you want it to prosper. You want to get some gain from it. You don't want to just keep working around in a circle. You want to move up point A to point B. You want to prosper. You know?
And to all them that live justly.
And to all them that live right. Just means right. Right? You know?
Give alms of thy substance.
Right?
And when thou givest alms, let not thy eye be envious.
Right?
Neither turn thy face from any poor. And the face of the Most High shall not be turned away from thee. If thou hast abundance.
All right, that's it on that. Give me Ecclesiastes 5 and 2. So the main point there is don't follow anybody. Don't be led by the wicked.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5, verse 2. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. And say not, who shall control me for my words?
All right, read that again in Sirach.
The book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 2.
Right.
Follow not thine own mind and thy strength.
Right.
To walk in the ways of thy heart.
Sometimes it's not somebody else influencing you. Sometimes you influencing you. Sometimes your own mind trying to make up an excuse on why you want to go over there, knowing you should not go over there. So sometimes, sometimes you got to ask yourself. You got scripture for that. So ask yourself that question sometimes. I don't feel like I need to go over there. And you make up every excuse why you think you need to go over there. But ask yourself, what scripture am I fulfilling by going on? What righteousness am I fulfilling? Right? If you can't come up with a verse, you're going to have to forsake that move right there. Right? I got no verse. I better keep it moving. Right? Because you know, Satan sometimes come right to you. He don't got to come through somebody. He come right to you in your own mind. Because you're man too. When you forsake man, you got to forsake you. Because sometimes that man is you that's influencing you to do wicked. You know?
And say not, who shall control me for my words?
Right?
For the Most High will surely revenge thy pride.
Right? Who's gonna make me do something? I do what I want to do. I said, Most High said, I will revenge that pride. Or you think you're gonna do what you want to do?
I'm grown.
Right? I'm grown. Right? Did Jonah felt that way, right? He felt differently when he got up in that fish, right? I'm not just do what the Father says. This is drama, right? So we know not to get prideful when we're being instructed. When the Most High is moving and you got scripture to back up what you're doing, but you just want to do otherwise. Right? Read.
Say not, I have sinned.
Mm-hmm.
And what harm hath happened unto me?
All right, yeah, I did that wickedness last week. Ain't nothing happened. I went over there last week. It was all good. I know I ain't supposed to be there, but last year I went. Ain't nothing happened. Right? No lightning struck me. I'm gonna go back this year. Read on.
For the Most High is long suffering.
The Most High is watching you, knucklehead. And he's long suffering. He's gonna let you do it 100, 1,000 times. But that 1,001 is when all hell rain down on you, right? And it's what they call a repeat offender. When a repeat offender go to court, you ain't got nothing to stand on, right? You done did it like 30 times. The judges are looking at you like, you're going to jail. Right? Yeah. Your lawyer came and say, no. You again? No.
They got this guy down here in Broward. His name is Elijah. He used to be the juvenile judge. He moved up now. But he was the only black juvenile judge. And I've been in the courtroom with him, and when the repeat offender come in there, it's on. And he see him come on, he said, wait a minute, I'm not familiar. He read his chart, they put the little thing on and make a noise, so you can hear, and the lawyer's gotta come up to the front. They gotta greet him at the front. They take the case, they put it to the end. They make the guy sit down. He deal with everybody else, and we use the best for last. And he said, I'm gonna give you some time to think about this.
Going up to your repeat offender.
Yeah.
So
don't like that.
when you do wickedness and you get away with it,
Right.
It's not that the Most High is with you in your wickedness, right? He's long suffering. He's watching you, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna watch you. You continue with that wickedness and see what happens to you. And when your judgment comes, you can't. Ain't nothing to say.
Galatians chapter 6, verse 7.
I'm gonna get it right now, bro. I get you. I only got one more scripture there. My time is. I'm beyond my time.
You overdue right now.
A little bit, only a little bit over. 5 minutes over. Come on now. I'm 1 minute over. You know I'm overdue. 1 minute, 8:31. Boy, he's Levites, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't start till 6:30. 6:30 to 8:30. All right. Give me 3 John 1 and 11. 3 John 1 and 11. We'll get one more scripture after this, Exodus 23 and 2. Let's get this one, and then we'll end with Exodus 23 and 2. Read that.
The book of 3 John, chapter 1, verse 11. Beloved, follow not that which is evil, but that which is good. He that doeth good is of the Most High.
Right. So if you're going to follow something, follow that which is good.
That's right.
Don't follow wickedness. Right? Sometimes we got to follow, and that's fine. But follow righteousness. If you got a brother, sister that's near you and they're doing what's righteous, follow that person. Why not? He give you that energy. Then you can stand on your own. Sometimes you need to lean. Sometimes the fellowship is because you got somebody going in the same direction you're going into. Right? They make it easier for you to get there. By you fellowshipping with somebody, you might have to lean on that person a little bit. But then when you get built up and you get strong, you can stand your own. Next thing you know, somebody want to lean on you. And if they want to lean on you, bring them with you. Because you go into righteousness. So read that again.
The book of 3 John, chapter 1, verse 11.
Uh-huh.
Beloved, follow not that which is evil,
Right?
but that which is good.
Come on.
He that doeth good is of the Most High.
Come on.
But he that doeth evil hath not seen the Most High.
I have not seen the Most High. You don't know the Most High, you're going to sit there and be going to Halloween. They got Halloween in the church. I mean, the church don't know the Most High. Okay? Sometimes it's peer pressure. Everybody's doing it. The whole family's going to be there. The cousins is going out there. You're not coming.
You're messing it up.
You're messing the whole thing up. I wanted to get a picture with everybody. Exodus 23 and verse 2.
That's how I take a picture and crop you in there.
Right? I said, well, take a picture of me now and just slide me in there. I wasn't there. Read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 2.
Come on.
Thou shalt not follow a multitude.
Thou shalt not. I mean, this is Torah. This is instruction. This is the law. Read.
To do evil.
Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Means it's against the law of the Most High to follow the masses. Okay? With that being said, all praises be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob for his mercy truly endured forever. So out of everybody coming out to Wednesday wisdom, all right, continue to use wisdom, continue to call upon the Most High to guide you in all your actions and all your counsel. It's truly a blessing to be here at this time and bring forth this class and edify people in the ways of your house. Let us Abadi Wapanya Yerushalayim to stand and face Jerusalem for the Mashiach Halal. Is it Mashiach Halal? Yeah, you said it. So that sounds 67. You said Psalm 67. Huh? You open with it. So, Lord's Prayer. I'll send it up in Hebrew first. Mashiach Palau, the Lord's Prayer, the Lashon Kodash. Repeat the Hebrew. Avinu, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamkah, Yehovah, Barakah, Taba'ah, Batizah, Hayah, Aisha, Haratazah, Shemayim, Davanau, Hol, Yom, Basalachim, Wala'ah, Abiya'anau, Side one, above, Shina, Manrai, Lakah, Amalakwa, Wala'ala, why we love you, Hashem, Mashiach, Yahushua, Amen.
The Lord's Prayer in English, Matthew 6, verse 9. After this manner, therefore pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, that will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Yahweh Hashem, Mashiach Yahushua, the water from Yah. Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
You most I am. Hallelujah. Oh, hold on, before you shut it down, who's up there? Who you got? But, wow, he's here. Shalom. Okay.
Janelle Williams,
Janelle Williams, shalom.
Eric Ramsey,
Eric Ramsey, shalom.
Center Pior,
Central Pierre, shalom.
Jay Lee,
J. Lee, hallelujah, shalom.
Missile 1/3,
Missile 1/3, yeah. Hallelujah, Missile.
Malak Judah,
Malak Judah, hallelujah, shalom.
Miami Boy 161,
Miami Boy, hallelujah, shalom.
Dawada Waban,
Dawada,
Dawada
right?
Waban.
Rahman. Dawada Rahman, shalom.
That's it.
All right, shalom for everybody that's now getting to Wednesday wisdom. Continue to walk in wisdom towards them that are without. Hallelujah. Shalom.